Smackdown tonight. Now, I gotta give WWE credit for this one. For a lot of reasons. Number one, the Riott Squad did good. They did what they had to do in the ring. Number two, that Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler match was one hell of a match. That is the type of match that you would want to watch over and over again. Not to mention, we got this weird Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman match. I don't know what the hell that was about. But SmackDown was a good show tonight. I gotta give WWE credit though still. I still do. I got your SmackDown results. We're going to go over it all right here on my Ingram Wrestling News YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ingram Wrestling News' very own Brennan here with your January the 22nd, 2021 SmackDown review. We got a lot to go over. So, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. Of course, follow me on Twitter at Ingram Wrestling. Follow me on Twitch at Ingram Wrestling News. And also, if you have Instagram and Facebook, feel free to add me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram at any time. But mainly follow me on Twitter for the latest WWE and AEW news. So, we're going to go ahead and get to it. SmackDown opens up with a recap of both Adam Pearce winning the gauntlet match from 2 weeks ago. And we see Paul Heyman getting Pearce to sign a no disqualification match, followed by Kevin Owens inserting himself in the match. And this week, the show opens with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns and his special counsel Paul Heyman coming down to the ring. Reigns tells us that Owens wants to deliver a message tonight, but we won't see Owens tonight because Reigns says so. Reigns moves on the card subject to change. Move from last week. Reigns says that it was clever, but the card subject to change mentally is for losers and people who do not show up. Roman talks about how he doesn't miss appearances and it took a global pandemic to sideline him. He starts talking about how he talks about how he also hurts all over but doesn't miss appearances. He says that his back hurts because he carries the company. Pearce comes out and says that Roman and Heyman are taking things too far. He gets in the ring. Pearce says that things are getting out of control, but Roman says that Pearce's favorism towards Owens is what's really out of control. 6 years. Roman says that there's a reason that Pearce never go to the WWE and Heyman starts to laugh. Pearce tries to say that he won't take things from Heyman, but Roman says that if Pearce is disrespecting Heyman, well then so we are reminded of the upcoming Intercontinental title match later on, and that Charlotte Flair and Asuka will face the Riott Squad next. However, while Michael Cole and Corey Graves are running down tonight's card, the string should come back up. It broke. It did it on Call of Duty too, so don't worry. But the review still goes on. It's not going to stop me from stopping my review. It's not going to stop me from reviewing this show. So we are reminded that the upcoming Intercontinental title match later tonight, and that Charlotte Flair and Asuka will face the Riott Squad next. However, while Michael Cole and Corey Graves are running down tonight's card, Cole gets distracted by something going on the entrance ramp. Sami Zayn has come down with his documentary crew. He handcuffs himself to the barricade at ringside, seemingly in protest of something, and they headed to a commercial break. So, folks, before I read the rest, I just want to give you my thoughts and comments on the opening segment of tonight's Smackdown. Now, I really loved the beginning of the show. I really loved this opening segment. It opened eyes for everybody. Roman Reigns is a type of superstar that makes everybody want to watch SmackDown. He's the only reason why everybody's watching SmackDown, and that's true. In real life, that's true. Reigns killed it in this opening segment. Now, that was an achievement because he's been killing it every night since his heel turn. The Tribal Chief verbally eviscerated Pearce here, and it wasn't even close. Even Heyman got in the action. Pearce versus Heyman surely isn't happening, but the suspense of how WWE was going to get Pearce out of his second announced match was enough to keep everybody happy. Or keep everybody watching. Yes, Marley, yes, Liv Morgan is one of my favorite WWE Smackdown female talents. I'm not going to shit on Liv Morgan for the simple fact that she is great at what she does in the ring. So I can't shit on her for that. Same goes for Ruby Riott. I can't shit on her for that either. I can't shit on the fact that they're both a good team. They are a great women's tag team. I mean, let's be honest. They are a greater tag team than Asuka and Charlotte Flair. No offense to the Charlotte and Asuka fans here. No homo. Just throwing it out there. So, yeah. I think Ruby, I could potentially see Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott being the next SmackDown champions in the future. Really, I really could. I could see them being the next SmackDown Women's champions. I'm not I'm not a fan of Billy Kay. I'm telling you that right now. I don't even think nobody in the IWC community is a fan of Billy Kay. But we're gonna get to that match in a minute. That tag team match. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna talk about it. So, anyways, Sami Zayn has come down with his documentary crew. He handcuffs himself to the barricade at ringside, seemingly in protest of something. We head to commercial. Back from commercial, they come back from commercial break, and Sami Zayn is cutting a promo from ringside saying how he will be entering the Royal Rumble. It's funny that he said how he'd be entering the Royal Rumble because I had someone on my SmackDown live stream shit on me because I shitted on Billy Kay. Did you know how many times I've gotten that from people? She's got some nerve to say that I can't rap. Oh, I can't rap. Oh, I suck. Oh, this and that. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. Oh, you're a Billy Kay version geek. No, you're the fucking Billy Kay version geek. You're just fucking mad because I shitted on Billy Kay and exposed Billy Kay for who she really is. I exposed Billy Kay for what she is. A fucking virgin. A fucking moron. Nobody gives a shit about Billy Kay. I don't know why they are pairing her up with the Wyatt Squad. I don't understand this. This legitimately makes no sense to me whatsoever. I had their Twitter name. Their Twitter name is at D Dream Baby or something. And you know what? I guarantee you the people that's disliking my review are the same people that shitted on my channel. I know they are. Yeah, D Dream Boy. That's who it was that shitted on my channel. D Dream Boy. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know who that is, don't you? Yep, D-Dream Boy shitted on my channel. They said my channel sucks. And then I had 4 people from last year, say that my channel sucks. Oh, I'm fat, this and that. You know, I don't deserve to get disrespected, man. I don't deserve to get shitted on. I try. I put dedication and work to my channel, and this is the disrespect I get from YouTube users that don't even care about nobody but themselves. Really. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Not to mention, I am autistic, so basically they're disrespecting. Not only are they disrespecting someone's YouTube channel and shitting on their YouTube channel, they're disrespecting someone with autism. I bet you they wouldn't be going out here. I bet you they wouldn't be doing this shit out here on the streets. Guarantee you they won't go and do it then. Because if you do it on the streets, you know what they say, right? You're going to get fucked up. I don't think this is right, man. I don't deserve to be shitted on like this. And then there was an account named Aaliyah that also shitted on me and my channel. But anyways, if you're liking my review so far, man, please hit that like button. It helps the channel, it helps the video, and it helps the live stream. Please, I encourage you to hit that like button. Seriously. Especially if you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying this review so far. But anyways, Sami Zayn is cutting a promo from ringside saying how he will be entering the Royal Rumble. He complains about how he accidentally grabbed Apollo Crews' tights last week and the ref stopped the count. But Crews got away with the very same thing and gets a title match for that night. So, before he could say much more, Asuka's music hits and the women's tag team champions were making their way to the ring. So we got the women's tag team champions, Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus the Riott Squad, Liv Morgan, and Ruby Riott with Billie Kay. And if you, all of you, everybody that's in the chat, if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, feel free to. It's up to you. I can't make you. I mean, I'm not going to make nobody subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you can. It's up to you. So, anyways, we got Natalya and Tamina. Tamina are shown backstage watching the match. Ruby Riott and Charlotte Flair start the match. Flair takes Riott down with a headlock. Riott gets to her feet. They stomp away at Flair. Flair fights back and hits a fall away slam on Morgan. Then follows it up with a backbreaker. Asuka tags in and hits a Shining Wizard on Morgan, pinning her. Hey, the string came back up. Look at that. Riott breaks up the pin, but Charlotte takes out Riott. You know, Ruby Riott. Why? You know when she got that Wyatt entrance. Morgan takes out Charlotte, then hits an enziguri on Asuka. Asuka goes for the Asuka lock, but Morgan maneuvers to her corner and tags out. Asuka tries to roll Riott into a pin. Billie Kay gets on the apron and distracts the referee, which I don't think was right. I don't think it should have never happened. Now, each time, every week, I'm sure the IWC community questions themselves and wonders, why won't Bruce and Vince keep Billie Kay off TV? Now, we all know Monday Night Raw is complete garbage every week. Now, we obviously know that Monday Night Raw is fucking terrible every week. We all know why it's terrible every week. It's because of Vince and Bruce. That's why these Monday Night Raw shows are suffering every week. That's why we got the low ratings every week, because of Vince and Bruce. Vince and Bruce are not building young talent. They're not merging the Raw and Smackdown tag team divisions like they're supposed to. Not to mention, they don't even care about the NXT talents or the Raw or Smackdown female and male talents for that matter. They don't even care about the pay-per-views, the shows. They don't care about their own employees. They don't even care about the WWE writers or management. They only care about themselves. And do you all know how many times Bianca Belair has lost? She has lost about 4 or 5 times on SmackDown on the main roster. They're still in the feud with Bayley. Man, this shit sucks. Vince and Bruce need to get fired. Bruce needs to get fired from WWE. I might as well say it. Hashtag fire Bruce Pritchard. And hashtag remove Vince from WWE. And isn't it just sad that Aleister Black is still being kept off TV and he's still not being used on this show? It is absolutely a tragedy, man. What a disgrace. WWE has went from wasting Retribution to wasting Keith Lee on TV to wasting Matt Riddle to wasting Andrade. Or actually, they went from that to keeping Andrade and Aleister Black off TV. And where's Aleister Black and Andrade, folks? Nowhere to be seen. This shit sucks. We need some this shit suck chants right now. This shit sucks. This shit sucks. Just like this show, just like these shows on Raw and SmackDown every week. Seriously, man, it's fucking ridiculous. Vince and Bruce just don't know what to do with this young talent anymore these days, man. Holy shit. Absolutely terrible. Anyways, so Morgan escapes and hits a hurricanrana. Riott tags in and lays into Flair with left strikes. Then dive for Charlotte Flair face first into the corner, pinning her for 2. Then Morgan tags back in, and she and Riott hit a double slam on Flair. That was a good that was a very, very good double slam. That was one hell of a double slam, man. For real. No shit. Morgan tags back in, and they stomp away at Charlotte. Flair fights back and hits a fallaway slam on Morgan, then follows it up with a backbreaker. Asuka tags in and hits a Shining Wizard on Morgan, pinning her. Riott breaks up the pin, but Charlotte takes out Riott. Morgan takes out Charlotte. Then hits an enziguri on Asuka. Asuka goes for the Asuka lock, but Morgan maneuvers to her corner and tags out. Asuka tries to roll Ruby into a pin. Billie Kay gets on the apron and distracts the ref. Riott rolls through and pins Asuka, likely for a 3 count. But the referee is distracted by Kay. Asuka escapes and fights back. Then tags in Charlotte. Charlotte hits Riott with natural selection, pinning her for 3, basically. Now, I don't like where this is going, but I like where things are going for the Wyatt squad. I don't know about Charlotte, Flair, or Asuka. I don't like where things are going for Charlotte, Flair, and Asuka. We are getting closer and closer and closer to Charlotte Flair turning on Asuka, and we could get Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for WrestleMania 37. I really do not want to see that match. I really do not want to see that happen. Why would anybody want to watch Charlotte Flair versus Asuka? Come on now. Who the fuck would be dumb enough to say, oh, I want to watch Charlotte Flair and Asuka because they are both the women's tag team champions. Or something like, they are better than the whole entire women's division. Well, Charlotte Flair is not anyway. Asuka. You know, I just, seriously, I don't like where this is going, man. Something tells me that we are really, really getting close to Charlotte Flair's heel turn, man. Seriously. I don't like the current Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans feud. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like how that feud's going. That feud makes nobody want to watch Raw at all. Raw makes people want to go to sleep. These shows every week are dragging the audience away. And you gotta imagine how sad that is. Seriously. But you know what? I'm not going to argue on the fact that Charlotte Flair has done a few good things in the WWE because she has. She's won the Smackdown Women's Championship. She's won the NXT Women's Championship. She's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. How many times has she won the SmackDown, NXT, and Raw women's titles, folks? Come on. Where's the numbers in the chat? You all know. I'm just messing with y'all, seriously. But, wow. Charlotte just, Charlotte got the pin because we all know she did. Now, folks, WWE cannot have Charlotte Flair to be the main focus of the team. Now, what would WWE do if they didn't have their favorite android hooking the attention? Yeah, Charlotte Flair and the Android 18. Completely sickening. Seriously. It really is. But, at the same time, it was also another fun showing from the Wyatt squad and a nice way of reminding us that Charlotte and Asuka are the women's tag team champions, which I wish the women's tag team champions would go to the garbage can because they need to be burnt just like the 24/7 championship. Both of those titles need to go. They are not legitimately important on neither of these brands. But of course, it was a nice way of reminding the Charlotte Flair and Asuka are women's tag team champions, because Raw sure as hell doesn't. TV time. Being mostly interrupted by commercials. Don't you all get tired of those fucking commercials? When they're always don't you all get tired of the fact that when they book good matches on the show, as soon as the match starts, it lasts like 15 minutes and then it goes to commercial. Don't you hate that type of shit? Don't you hate that? I hate that so much, man. I hope these three does not have some sort of prominent spot in the Women's Rumble. If anything, get Billie Kay away from the Wyatt Squad. Just like you need to get Shayna Baszler away from Nia Jax, who I like to call WWE's typical complete garbage. Who was D Dream Boy? All you gotta do is look him up. All y'all gotta do is look him. All you gotta do is go to Twitter, search for his name, and you'll see it. He had a profile picture of a fucking woman. I don't know who the fuck that was. I'm assuming that guy is a fucking troll. Because that's exactly what it looked like. A fucking troll account. Don't even freaking worry about it, man. I'm over it now. I'm absolutely trying to get over that shit. People shit on me like that all the time, man. YouTube haters like that, they shit on anybody's YouTube channel for the simple fact that they're jealous of what they do. It's that simple. I try to shrug it off and just have a strange look like, man, that doesn't hurt my feelings, you know? That look like, man, fuck them. They're nothing. They're nothing but a bunch of fucking idiots, a bunch of fucking geeks. Or should I say a bunch of wannabes? But anyways, folks, moving on. We are told that Sasha Banks will be taking on Carmella's Reginald. You know, Reginald from NXT, one of the NXT Performance Center recruits. Yeah. So that was last night. Today is Saturday now. That was last night, folks. Michael Cole will be calling the obstacle course challenge. That's what he did between Bayley and Bianca Belair. So then they cut to commercial break backstage. Billie Kay. Oh, tired of saying her name. I'm just tired. Not only am I tired of seeing her on my TV, I'm just tired of seeing her name being mentioned, period. Tired of seeing her name on social media, on TV, however. Fuck it. I'm tired of seeing her name. Fuck Billie Kay. So Billie Kay tries to apologize for messing up their match. Ruby Wyatt and Liv Morgan cast Billie Kay. Kay says that she spoke to Sonya and she got them in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Ruby Wyatt tells Billie Kay that the Wyatt squad was better without her, and Liv Morgan apologizes to her as Morgan and Riott walks away. Now we got Daniel Bryan, one of the best, greatest in-ring performers I've ever seen, man. One of the greatest technical wrestlers in WWE history, Daniel Bryan. folks. Daniel Bryan comes down to the ring in a suit, not necessarily dressed for in-ring competition. Bryan hypes up the upcoming Royal Rumble match, talks about how excited he is for the match. Bryan says that he has never won a Royal Rumble match before he can say more. Cesaro comes out on the mic. Cesaro says that he thought he beat some sense into Bryan last week. Cesaro says that Bryan isn't winning the Royal Rumble because he himself will win the match. Cesaro gets in the ring and Bryan says that he has been thinking about his loss to Cesaro all week. He challenges Cesaro to a rematch, but Cesaro denied him. Cesaro says that he is sick of having to prove himself to everyone every week, doing the same thing all the time. That's pretty funny when you think of it. He calls for an open challenge. Ooh, that sounded interesting, did it not? Asking anyone who has declared for the Royal Rumble to come down and face him. Dolph Ziggler's music hits, and Ziggler starts talking about how he has been in a lot of Royal Rumble matches, and his stamina is high. Ziggler runs down Bryan and says that Cesaro's one of the only people who can stand toe to toe with him. And he accepts the challenge, telling Bryan to get out of the ring. Cole confirms that Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro would have a match. And they go to commercial break. So back from commercial break, we got Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro underway. And Daniel Bryan is on commentary for the match. Cesaro and Dolph trade pinfall attempts. Cesaro hits Ziggler with a huge uppercut in the corner and follows it up with a big swing. Cesaro pins Ziggler for 2. Ziggler and Cesaro trade pinfall attempts again. Ziggler goes for a super kick, but Cesaro blocks. Cesaro goes for an uppercut, but Ziggler blocks. Ziggler hits a zigzag on Cesaro, pinning him for 2. Ziggler locks in a sleeper. Cesaro tries to escape with a suplex, but Dolph blocks. Dolph goes for a famouser, but Cesaro blocks and hits Dolph with a neutralizer, pinning Dolph for 3. And that was it, folks. Can you believe it? Do you all not know how long that match lasted? That lasted like pretty much 2-3 minutes. Didn't last long at all. Now, this was another great showing for Cesaro in one of Ziggler's best matches in a long while, folks. SmackDown's recent turnaround on both Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura has been nothing short of excellent and proves that WWE can believably build up talent. Well, they can't build up young talent, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura are not young talent. Y'all realize that, right? Y'all realize that Vince is such a fucking complete bastard, man. He is such a monster. He just doesn't care about anything in the WWE but himself. Just like saying with Bruce. Bruce cares about no one in the WWE but himself. Bruce and Vince basically are giving us what they want, but don't want to give us as fans what we want. You see what I'm saying? And I think it's just fucking disgraceful. It's disrespectful to all of the WWE fans around the world who's watched Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for years. Really. It really is, man. But anyways, when they want to build up talent, it just hopes that this isn't a quick temporary push to build the two up for the Royal Rumble, which the two I'm talking about happens to be Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Hello. But to build the two up for the Royal Rumble before they both slip back into irrelevancy in the tag division. Both are the hottest they've been in years, so I hope they take advantage of that after January 31st. Folks, I know on my review I've gotten some of my stuff misspelled. It's because the way that person argued with me on my tweet, it kinda has me distracted. And I'm kinda angry too at the same time because of somebody replied to my tweet and said something like that to me, you know. Remember what I was telling y'all earlier? Yeah. People on Twitter in general are just so dumb. They don't care about no one's opinion but their own. And that's the people I can't stand. The negative people that care about nobody but themselves. I can't stand people like that, man. I can't, really. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's like if you don't want to respect nobody's opinion, keep your opinion to yourself. You know? Don't go out here fucking trash talking somebody's opinion and then not know what you're saying. You know? Stupidest people in the world, man. It's sad. So, after Cesaro's win over Dolph, we see the confrontation between Carmella and Sasha last week, which led to Sasha facing Reginald on the condition that Carmella will get a title match later. Sasha Banks comes down to the ring for her match with Reginald, which was right after a commercial break. Back from commercials, we got Sasha Banks versus Reginald with Carmella at ringside. Reginald comes down to the ring wearing a suit, not necessarily dressed for in-ring competition. The bell does ring with Reginald in the ring. In fact, Reginald gives Sasha a rose from his jacket, then removes his jacket and places it at ringside. He asks for a kiss on the cheek from Sasha. Sasha slaps him and hits an arm drag. Reynolds flips through and lands on his feet. Sasha goes for a wrist lock, but Reynolds rolls out of the ring. Reynolds flips off the ring apron when Sasha runs at him. Sasha tries to toss him into the steps, but he jumps over the steps and lands on his feet. Sasha runs the ropes, but Reynolds jumps and dodges her. Sasha hits Reynolds with a bulldog. She goes for a Meteora in the corner. Reynolds dodges. Reynolds goes for a powerbomb, but Banks hits an arm drag. Banks hits Reynolds with a knee to the head, then goes for a crossbody off the top rope. Reynolds catches her, but Sasha hits another arm drag, sending him to the outside. Sasha hits a Meteora on Reynolds to the outside from the apron and goes for the bank statement in the ring. Reynolds blocks, but Sasha takes him down with a head scissors and locks in the bank statement. Reynolds taps out. And that was it. Let me know in the chat or in the comments below what y'all's thoughts were on this match between Sasha Banks and Reynolds. I really would like to know. But anyways, moving on to the next. I have nothing to say about this match other than Sasha Banks did great in this match against Reynolds. She's one of the best. She's one of the greatest female talents on that SmackDown roster. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason. She's my main favorite SmackDown Women's Champion for the simple fact that she's doing so good with that title. But anyways, backstage, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are talking about tonight's main event. Roman says that Paul has to be in the match. He needs to be a man and handle his business. Roman walks out of the room, leaving Heyman dumbfolded. Oh yeah, Paul Heyman definitely looked dumbfolded. He did. Oh, the tribal chief does what he wants and when he wants. He's the head of the table for a reason. I mean, he is a heel. Duh, of course we know that. Roman Reigns is doing one of the best. He's doing the best work of his career. And I think his heel turn is doing wonders for his career as a Universal Champion. I'm interested to see what's going to happen, who he's going to feud with next after the Royal Rumble, which should be Daniel Bryan, in my opinion. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 37 is the better pick. It's a WrestleMania caliber match. It's the best option, and I think it's the way to choose and the way to go about it. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns way better than Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. You know Roman Reigns versus Goldberg is going to be boring as fuck. We don't want to see that. And we definitely don't want to see no Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg, which we're probably going to get anyway because WWE in their way, they're saying, we're going to get it anyway whether you all like it or not. That's WWE for you. Goes to show you how fucking dumb they are sometimes, man. Really. Got Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. Cruz immediately runs at Big E, and Big E catches him with a belly-to-belly suplex. Big E follows it up with a splash on Cruz on the apron. Cruz fights back and runs at Big E, then catches him with an enziguri and a big boot. By the way, I had 2 likes 2 minutes ago. I don't understand. I wonder why my likes went down to 1. That's weird. And why did I get 4 dislikes? Oh, probably because it's those fucking YouTube hacks. They're probably back again. Probably back to bring my channel down again. Because in their opinion, they think I'm a fucking complete idiot. And they think my channel's complete trash. Such and such and such. Whatever. Ignoring them, man. Fuck them. Fuck the haters. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make my channel the best channel on YouTube. I'm still doing what I can to make it the best, the greatest channel possible. I know I need to do more to make it great. But you all gotta understand, again, I put hard work and dedication to my channel. I still, till this day, don't deserve to be disrespected like this. I mean, come on. Give a person with autism a chance. Jesus Christ. Not everybody with autism can have a YouTube channel, can do this stuff. Not everybody is able to... Not everybody is a good YouTube channel person. Not everybody is a good YouTube user. Some people are bad YouTube users. Some people are good. We all make mistakes, just like we all get mad at different things. But we all got to learn not to give up and keep moving on, keep moving forward, you know? They say learn from your mistakes and move on. So, I feel so sleepy. Cruz immediately runs at Big E, and Big E catches him with a belly-to-belly suplex. Big E follows it up with a splash on Cruz on the apron. Cruz fights back and runs at Big E, then catches him with an enziguri and a big boot. Cruz hits Big E with a standing moonsault, pinning him for 2. Cruz hits a couple of German suplexes on Big E. Big E fights out before Cruz can hit a 3rd. Cruz runs at Big E in the corner, and Big E blocks him and hits a Uranagi, pinning Cruz for 3. Or for 2, actually. Excuse me, not for 3. Cruz runs to the outside, and Big E follows. Cruz hits a moonsault off of the apron to Big E on the outside. Cruz tosses Big E back into the ring, and Cruz goes to the top rope. Big E blocks Cruz and gives chase. Big E looks for a suplex. He looks for a suplex, but Cruz fights back. Cruz hits Big E with headbutts from the top rope. We see that Sami Zayn has released himself from his handcuffs at ringside. Cruz hits a splash on... Or Big E hits a splash on Cruz and goes and stands on the corner. Zayn runs in and hits Cruz with a Haluna kick. Zayn then hits Big E with a Haluva kick. Zayn yells at both of them, and the bell rings. So basically, Apollo Crews won by disqualification. Yeah, folks, that's exactly what happened. They won by disqualification. Unfortunately. Now, some of you may not be happy about that, but you gotta understand too that Big E and Apollo Crews are currently in a feud right now. I mean, I think this feud's going a little bit well. And honestly, that's the second time Apollo Crews and Big E had a great match. And ended in a screwy non-finish. And I'm sure you all were too, was looking forward to this, especially with how great the action was in their first match before the screwy finish. And folks, maybe we'll get a triple threat match at the Rumble. Maybe that could possibly be in the works. We don't know that yet. Big E versus Apollo Crews versus Sami Zayn? I could see that happening. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Yeah, just wait. She stole your Ali Grandy. You said she stole your YouTube user. Yeah, just like I got 4 dislikes from those YouTube haters that dislike the same YouTube haters that dislike my NXT New Year's Evil review, the same 4 YouTube users that shitted on me in my Call of Duty stream. Yeah, they're back again. Great. Great. When are these people going to go away, man? These people that's disliking my stuff. When are they going to go away? I don't understand. When are they ever just going to move on and go to someone else's channel? I don't get it. I really don't. And then not to mention I got 1 like. I only had 1 like. Am I doing, everybody in the chat, am I doing great on my review so far? I really hope I am to you. I really hope to you that I'm doing great on my review. I should come up with a new hashtag. I should do hashtag give someone with autism a chance. Anyways, Michael Cole tells us that Roman Reigns has left the Thunderdome and then tells us that Kevin Owens was not allowed in the building. Now, at the end of this review, folks, I will look at the chats, I will look at the comments and see what you've all said. So, don't worry. I'm not going to leave I'm not going to leave yet at the end of the review. I'm going to look at your chats and see what you said, and I'm going to respond to them. Of course. You know I have to go over my chats. Part of the job here. Anyways. So they cut to a promo filmed by Kevin Owens. Outside the Thunderdome, Owens says that he won't go away and won't stop fighting because Roman has never beaten him far and square on his own. I love how much of a great job Kevin Owens is doing with his character. He's doing really great as a babyface, which shows that Kevin Owens can not only do good as a heel, but he can also do great as a face too. He has 2 sides of him, and they're both amazing. Owens talked about how he fights for his family and wants to make them proud. He was inspired by his family's fight with illness, and that is why he keeps fighting. He says that he will be the last man standing at the Royal Rumble. I think, my opinion, spoiler alert folks, I think Daniel Bryan's going to win the whole Royal Rumble. That's my prediction for the men's Royal Rumble right there. Daniel Bryan. So, commercial break. Back from commercial, and we get a quick rundown of the superstars that have already declared themselves for the Royal Rumble. Street Profits are backstage, and Angelo Dawkins is carrying a gift basket. I don't know what the hell is inside of that shit. They see Dolph Ziggler talking to Sonya Deville backstage. Ziggler walks away, and the Street Profits walk up and say that they are giving Sonya Deville a gift basket. They say that they want a rematch with Ziggler. Deville says that they deserve a rematch, but Montez Ford is still suffering from his ankle injury. She says that if Ford re-injures his ankle, then it hurts SmackDown. But they will get a rematch when Ford is at 100%. We see a recap of Bayley's Ding Dong Hello debut segment on SmackDown when she challenged Bianca Belair to an obstacle course challenge. The obstacle course is being set up in the area. In other words, the arena. Same thing. Almost the same thing anyway. Michael Cole has to step away to get ready to host it. So we were told that the obstacle course would be next, which it was. Commercial break, back live from commercial, and Michael Cole introduces Bianca Belair. You know, the EST of WWE. Man, she should have been in. I tell you one thing, she should have been an NXT Women's Champion before being called up to the main roster, and that dream didn't come true, apparently. But you want to know? Imagine how good Bianca Belair would be as NXT Women's Champion in the NXT Women's division. Speaking of NXT Women's division, the NXT Women's roster now have Priscilla Kelly, Elaine Black, known as Cora Jade, and I forgot who that third female talent's name was. She's teaming up with Marina Shafir. I forgot her name. Wonder why Jessica Menduke is not in the women's tournament. I don't understand. But folks, this is not NXT. This is SmackDown. I just thought I mentioned those because I know people are wondering, why are they signed to WWE? What are they doing there? I don't know, man. I just thought I mentioned those three names. Let y'all know that NXT has 3 new signees. They're all 3 of them are females. I just thought I'd throw that out. I just thought I'd throw that information out there. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering a little bit, trying not to, but. So, Bayley takes the mic from Cole and sends him back to commentary. She runs down the course, saying it is a time challenge. They have to flip the tire, run down to the ring, climb some walls, and then Chad Gable will be involved in some sort of fireman's carry portion of the challenge. Now, overall, they had to put a basketball through the basket. Bayley goes first, and she seems to be on a roll. But then she runs around the climbing walls. She picks up Chad Gable in a fireman's carry and struggles to carry him, but she finishes the course in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Got it right. Got it right. I didn't do it. I didn't get it wrong. I got it. I knew what I was talking about. Just saying. In case somebody's going to come in the chat and start shitting and start saying, oh, he almost got it wrong. Bianca gets ready to start the course. But Bayley stops her. She asks them to EST up the course. That's a perfect name for Bianca Belair. EST of WWE, that's a perfect gimmick name. Very, very perfect gimmick name. They did a good job with that, for real. Seriously. Some stagehands make changes, like larger hurdles. Bianca runs the course very quickly. She gets to Chad Gable, but Chad is not. She has to carry Otis. She does it. She then dunks the basket, beating Bayley's time by 17 seconds. I bet he enjoyed getting on top of Bianca Belair. I bet he enjoyed that ride with Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair looked like she didn't enjoy picking up Otis because of how heavy he was. So basically, Bianca Belair won this obstacle challenge. I mean, I don't really have anything to say about this, really, to be honest. I mean, I have a few things to say about it. And that is the fact that I actually did enjoy the obstacle course between Bayley and Bianca Belair. Everybody in the community, including myself, is all in for these two starting the Royal Rumble. It would be a perfect touch of them continuing to one-up each other until they get another one-on-one. That's what I think. So that's all I got to say there. So we got Bianca Belair holding the basketball, and she tosses it to Bayley. Bayley throws the ball to Belair and attacks her. Finish the attack by throwing. She finishes it by throwing Bianca Belair shoulder first into the basketball post at ringside. Now backstage, Rey Mysterio is hyping up Dominique, trying to give him advice for how to deal with Corbin. Dominique says that he's got this. Rey says that they'll do things Dominique's way this time. But if Dominique loses, they'll do things Rey's way next. So it goes to a commercial break, and after that commercial break, we get King Corbin. Oh my God, how many of you are a fan of King Corbin? I know for a fact, and I'm definitely not. But I love his attire, though. His attire looks legit gold. His attire looks really, really good. I just don't like him and his character. I like the fact that he has a Golden Gloves background, though. I just don't like him and his character, though. And his attire looks phenomenal. I can't shit on his attire. It looks phenomenal. It looks really, really cool. So I can't shit on that. I don't want to. I don't really have to. So we got King Corbin versus Dominique Mysterio. Dominique outspeeds Corbin, but Corbin is able to overpower Dominique. Dominique wheelbarrows Corbin out of the ring and goes to dive onto Corbin on the outside. Corbin dodges and takes Dominique out with a clothesline on the outside. Now, Corbin rolls Dominique back into the ring and pins him for 2. Corbin chokes Dominique against the bottom rope, then punches away at Dominique's midsection. Corbin whips Dominique hard onto the corner, then goes for the end of days. Dominique escapes and hits a dropkick on Corbin's leg. Corbin lands on the middle rope. Dominique goes for a 619. Corbin blocks and hits Dominique with a right hand. Then an end of days, pinning him for the win. And that was it. That was pretty much it, folks, for that match. I feel like that match lasted more than Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler. But you know what? I'm not going to compare anything. I'm not going to compare anything, man. I'm just not in that kind of mood to compare matches to other matches, you know. You know how you have those days where you're just not in the mood to compare matches or to compare someone to something. Yeah, it's just not the day to do it, man. Just not. I got nothing to say about this match or this feud because we have seen this feud too many times. It needs to stay off TV. We need to be seeing different feuds. But there's not much superstars in the men's division. That's the thing. That's the thing that hurts the most. That hurts fans the most. That makes fans angry the most. The fact that we have no new fresh faces on Smackdown yet. Which I think those new fresh faces should be Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. They need to get demoted to SmackDown and not Raw. I don't want them to suffer the hate. I don't want them to see them suffer the main roster garbage. I don't want to see them suffer the same fate that Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, and I don't want to see them suffer the same thing that Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and the Retribution had to suffer. I don't want them to see them suffer the same fate that Wyatt had to suffer, which is getting buried and wasted. Same with Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet, for that matter. Remember that news on Ricochet leaving WWE? Well, come to find out, he's not leaving. I think we all know that already. Which is sad. I just wanted to bring that up because I just want to talk about. I just want to bring up how sad that is, man. It's very, very sad. I mean, I wish fans would sign a petition, man. Something to get Vince to step down and, man, and get Bruce fired. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen, man, in that office, man. Somebody needs to get fired. And it needs to be Bruce Prichard. But anyways, like I said, I've got nothing to say about this match between Dominic and Corbin. This match didn't really interest too many people. The only interesting thing about this match was Dominic, really. Corbin, not really. I'm interested to see what they're going to do to Dominic once some of the NXT talents get called up to the main roster going forward. And who are they going to be putting Dominic in a feud with going towards next month and in March? That's my question to the entire community. Anyways, Paul Heyman is shown walking backstage towards the ring as he gets ready for his match with Adam Pearce, and they go to commercial. Back from commercial, Adam Pearce is already in the ring. We see another recap of the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce. We got Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman. Nobody was interested in this match. Nobody could care less. I know I could care less. As Heyman comes down the ring, he trips coming up the steel steps. He tried to fake it. We saw it. We knew what he was doing. He thought he was slick. Yeah, Paul Heyman was trying to mock Adam Pearce. What he was doing. That reminds me of how creatively lazy WWE is. That right there, them favoring their injury. So that reminds me of. He tries to climb up these steps, but his ankle gives out on him. Paul Heyman shouts at Pearce in the ring and says, "You know what they say, cards subject to change." Roman Reigns' music hits, and Reigns comes down to the ring. Reigns gets in the ring and hits Pearce with a Superman punch immediately. Pearce rolls out of the ring. Reigns falls and kicks with a low blow. Then tosses him over the barricade. Reigns then throws Pearce into one of the screens in the Thunderdome. He continues to beat up Pearce around the ring as a referee tries to stop him. Reigns picks up Pearce and places him on the same level of the Thunder Arena, where Owens was thrown from weeks ago. Before Reigns could do any more damage, Owens runs through the arena and attacks Roman. They brawl to the ring, and Roman goes for a Superman punch on Owens. Owens blocks it and counters it into a stomp. Roman rolls out the ring, and Owens chases, but a referee comes down and separates the two of them. Owens runs past the officials and hits Roman with a stunner and a pop-up powerbomb on Roman, sending him through the announce table. Owens then goes to the steel steps and takes off the top level upstairs. When the referee stops him, Owens walks over to Reigns and says, "You're lucky these officials have your back." As Smackdown goes off air. And that was the show, folks. So, a good show. And so again, a good show, though definitely not as strong as the previous 3 weeks. Cesaro versus Ziggler and Banks versus Reginald were the big, like, Sammy's hilarious ringside protests throughout the first hour. And other, not so much. And like Bayley versus Bianca Belair in the Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course Challenge. One big criticism is the lack of Shinsuke Nakamura and Jey Uso. After a great showing from both in last week's opener, neither were anywhere to be seen on the show. This is especially odd for Uso, who's been on the show every week consistently since his heel turn late last year. It would have been fine if commentary mentioned that the two were recovering from the brutality of their match, but for neither to even be mentioned was a bit strange. So, folks, that's going to do it for your January the 22nd, 2021 Smackdown review. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that subscribe, hit that like button. If you didn't, if you want to hit the dislike button, you can. Even though I don't like seeing people disliking my stuff, but I just don't like to deal with that. But only to those of you who enjoyed my review, hit that thumbs up. Only for you. And thank you to all my Ingram Wrestling News subscribers, moderators, viewers, and fans for tuning in for my Smackdown review. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for joining the chat. And speaking of the chat, let's review the chat. Let's see what everybody has said. See, we got Marley Bella saying if they push Liv Morgan. Yeah, imagine them pushing Liv Morgan. Man, that would be absolutely great. That would be absolutely phenomenal. If they were to push Liv Morgan, that would be great. Push Liv Morgan. Put her in the feud with Bayley. Man, if Bayley was SmackDown Women's Champion still, they would put Liv Morgan in the feud with Bayley. Even Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott and Bayley feud would be great too. That would also be a great feud. Ruby Riott feuding with Bayley. We could even see Rhea Ripley feuding with Bayley. You know? We can even see that. That would also be great. The only best things going, as far as the men's and women's division goes, the only best things going for the men's division is Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Owens, and Jey Uso. Those are the only legit best things going for the men's division. The only best things going for the women's division is Bayley, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, Ruby Riott, and Liv Morgan. The White Squad. And that's it. All those superstars' names I just mentioned, they are the best things going. They are the only best things going for SmackDown. Mainly the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. This was a great show. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like seeing certain people like Billy Kay and King Corbin on my TV. But it was a good show. It was enough for all of us to keep us watching last night. It was, really. Let's see, who else do we got commenting in the chat? We got RXY. She mentions Candice LeRae. Wonder why we're mentioning Candice LeRae in the chat. Oh, really, Ali? Marley wants to be my girlfriend. Oh, he wants to be my girlfriend. Really? Sounds interesting. Who is D-Dream Baby? If you go, who is D-Dream Boy? Excuse me. If you go to Twitter, search his name, you'll see it. It'll pop up. I think I've already said that. Let's see what else we got. What else comments we got? I'm sorry, this is off topic. Do you like Aaliyah? One person said no, Aaliyah sucks. That's funny. Marley says, if I was Stephanie, I would cut off her father's life support off. I would cut off her father's life support off. That's funny. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh, man. Now, Lee Grant, where's Aleister Black being kept off TV because Vince is no longer interested in him. Now, the news has come up on WWE reportedly having plans for Aleister Black, which I hope that is true because I would love to see him back on TV. He is one of my favorite male talents on the Smackdown roster. Really. He does so good with his characters. He may not be good as a heel, but he's good as a face. He's good as a face. He's better off as a face, man. He really is. We know that. Andrade, they say he's supposed to be returning soon. Not only he's supposed to return to help Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is supposed to he's supposed to elevate her husband. I don't know. Some shit like that. I've been Vanessa Bourne. She's been on Instagram lately, as of late. WWE NXT hasn't been using her. I don't know why. Are they trying to keep her a secret? What are they doing? My question is, what are they doing with Vanessa Bourne? Is Vanessa Bourne quitting WWE? Has she already quitted WWE? Or are they just keeping her off TV? Or is she on vacation? I've been seeing her Instagram stories. She's been popping up on Instagram every now and then, talking about her favorite football team, and I know she loves art just like I do. I love art myself. I think that Xia Li stable is going to be great on NXT. You want to talk about stable? Xia Li and I don't know who that woman in the black mask is. You want to talk about stable? The Shield was one of the best stables in WWE. They were good as heels and baby faces. WWE did a lot of good things with the Shield. RXY X. You say you love Billy Kay. If you love Billy Kay, doesn't that make you a Billy Kay version geek? Just asking. Just throwing it out there. What you mean? Oh, Marley, what the heck do you mean by you know how the Divas feel like? What are you talking about? I never have shitted on the NXT Women's Division. The only women's division I'm shitted on is SmackDown. Oh, it's the Raw Women's Division, really. And Smackdown wins division. Mainly the Raw wins division. Anyhow, thank you all for joining the chat. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate Justin for. I just want to give a shout out to my very first YouTube moderator, Justin Time 211, for monitoring my chat, for actually deleting all those live chat comments that Aaliyah made about me, and she got mad about the fact that I shitted on Billy Kay. Everybody on Twitter, it's not just me that's shitting on Billy Kay. There's a lot of other people that's shitting on Billy Kay on Twitter too. Nobody likes Billy Kay. There are a lot of people that are talking bad about Billy Kay on Twitter right now. I guarantee you they're still going on about Billy Kay. There's a lot of people that are not fans of Billy Kay. For the simple fact that, number one, she's ugly. Number two, she's terrible at what she does in the ring. Number three, her promos are not good. And number four, she's just not entertaining. Get her off my TV, Bruce Pritchard. While you're at it, why don't you get Tamina and Natalia off my TV too? Because nobody cares about them either. Thanks for leaving a like on my stream, Ali Gran. I really appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, the channel and the live streams. The likes always help the live streams and the channels. And it always helps me out too. So. And I'm trying not to worry about them YouTube hacks. Those fucking geeks. Try not to worry about that fucking person that got mad at me because I shitted on their favorite wrestler. I'm not worried about them either. I moved on. It's another day. It's a new day. I'm moving on. It's a new day. Yeah. It's a new day. So. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting out of here. If you missed my Monday Night Raw review this week, I encourage you all to go check it out. It's in my uploads and it's on my WWE Monday Night Raw review playlist. If you missed my NXT review this Wednesday night, please be sure you go double check that and leave a like on that. Also leave a like on my Raw review as well. And if you enjoyed my Smackdown review, once again, leave a like on that. And as far as Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War goes, I'm not going to stream back on it because I'm getting really tired. I'm going to probably go straight to bed more than likely. So, if you have any questions on the WWE AEW news, please feel free to send me a message. Leave me a message on Twitter. Or you can comment the question on one of my videos. You can even reach out to me on my Facebook page. Well, I think the best thing to do is, if you have any questions for me as far as that, all you have to do is message me on Twitter about the question. But it is Saturday. It's almost Sunday. Usually Sunday people would sit back and relax. On Sundays people need to really rest and think about the things that they've done, and thank God for what He's done for everybody else. That's those kind of Sundays. People need to sit down, relax, and take a nap, or maybe do whatever you want to do, But anyways, I'm out of here. Peace, folks. I'll be streaming some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War this afternoon. And then this afternoon all the way till tonight, so that'll be all day. And then Monday, it's back to my Monday Night Raw review. So thank you again to those of you that joined me for my SmackDown review. I'm getting out of here. Peace. Have a great Saturday. Oh, folks. By the way, two more days to my birthday, folks. 2 more days. Yes, folks, I have 2 more days to my birthday, to my 22nd birthday. My birthday is on January the 25th, 2021. Yes, I'll be 22. And I'm telling you right now, being 22 feels the same as being 21. Don't think being 21 is the same as being 23, because it's not. Being 22 is the same as being 21. And I legitimately am not going to feel that old at all. But have yourself a good day. And you'll hear from me on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Part 11. We're going to be live with Part 11 this afternoon. So, later.